Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to be doing my long-awaited deck profile for my Revenger Raging Form Dragon deck. This is currently my favorite deck because Shadow Paladin's my favorite clan, and they finally have a grade 3 that's actually worthy of being right up there with cards like Dragonic Overlord, the End, and Dauntless Drive Dragon, things like that. So, I guess I'll just quickly mention, I'm also going to be doing deck profiles on other decks that were built from BT12, so I have a pure Silverthorn deck that I'm going to be doing a video on. Because I pulled so many Garamors, I retooled my Liberator deck to actually use him as the main Vanguard. I have a non-Silverthorn Pale Moon deck, which was actually my older Pale Moon deck that I upgraded. I have my old Shadow Paladin deck. I swapped out some of the old grade 3s for the new thing from BT12. I have an Amaz follower deck that I'll be posting as well. I don't have too many Dark Irregular cards, so this deck isn't really going to be as consistent as like Silverthorn or my Pale Moon deck. I'll be doing that as well, and then I'm also going to be doing Link Joker because I pulled a bunch of their stuff as well. So these are going to be other decks in addition to my Revenger deck. So you can stay on the lookout for those if you're interested in any of those clans. So let's get started here. The starter for the Revengers is Frontline Revenger Claudas. He's just basically the best Revenger starter that you can have right now, since they pretty much debuted with a trial deck, and the trial deck starter is nowhere near as good. Next, 4 Revenger heals, 4 Revenger draws, and 8 Revenger criticals. Nice thing about Revengers, for a subclan, they actually get a second critical from BT12. They got one from their trial deck, and actually that's the reason why they have 2 different Revenger critical triggers. They also have 2 different stand triggers as well. So you can actually run 8 critical Revengers instead of like 4 and then either the stand or some other thing, like some older critical like Grim Reaper or something. So that's the nice thing about them. So moving on to grade 1s, 4 Dark Revenger Magleer, that's a Sentinel. And then 4 Barrier Troop Revenger Dorint. Dorint along with Blaster Dark is the heart and soul of the deck, really, because they're going to be the ones that put in so much work. A lot of people like to think that it's all about Raging Form Dragon, but in reality, for most of the game, it's really Blaster Dark and Dorint that really do a lot of the work. Revenger Raging Form, if you can actually do his persona in the game, in the match, then yeah, you see it typically once per game. Next, 3 Revenger Dark Bond Trumpeter. A lot of people think this card's not that good. It's actually really good at thinning the deck. You can most of the time you're gonna call like a draw trigger out as rested, and then you use it as a sacrifice for Revenger Raging Form Dragon because he needs to retire 3 things. So this actually fixes one of the problems that Shadow Paladin had before, where they went very minus because they would retire a lot of stuff. This kind of fixes that problem because you're only going to be retiring. With the help of this card, you retire like a grade 0 that wouldn't have been that useful anyway. Next, 3 Transient Revenger Masquerade. This is your 10k Revenger grade 1. So that's the grade 1 lineup. It's fairly standard. Moving on to grade 2. 4 Blaster Dark Revenger. Probably the heart and soul of the deck. Along with Dorint, you basically get to counterblast 1 to destroy an opponent's rear guard in the front row. So it gets rid of interceptors, it gets rid of annoying grade 3s on the rear guard line that attack for 12k like a Gauntech Destroyer. And along with Dorint, you can combo it, and the nice thing is you can combo it in whichever order you want to resolve the effect. So there's a lot of nice combos with that. Next, 3 Nullity Revenger Masquerade. This is your 12k grade 2 Revenger thing. And then for Dark Cloud Revenger Tartu. The nice thing about this card is that it sets up, it's basically like Macaw from the original Shadow Paladin deck. The only difference is this one's 9k instead of 8k, and this one is restricted to only being able to call Superior Call a Revenger grade 1 or less to the same column. So basically you're always going to use this to call out Dorint if you don't already have one. Moving on to grade 3s. Very standard lineup. For Illusionary Revenger Mordred Phantom, he's a break ride. Nice thing about him is that he is a Revenger, for one thing. And then last but not least, Revenger Raging Form Dragon. At long last, I have the deck in English. For the most part, 4 copies of this guy. So that was basically my deck. Let me know what you guys think. If you would run 4 of these and 3 of these, let me know why. What's the reason behind that? As always, guys, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks.